I want you in your seats to, in your mind, go back 100 years and then pull yourself back into this moment. What have we changed? What have we accomplished? What have we achieved? What have we invented? We've invented many things that we use today. This time contains so much history and so much opportunity. The invention of things such as cornflakes, bubblegum, television, toasters, the mobile phones that bring hundreds of jobs, hundreds of opportunities, and new ideas. There have been 27 different English prime ministers. Women got the vote. It was my birthday, so, you know. You think because of all these milestones, the education system would have changed, but it hasn't. If this would have been anything else, we would have been outraged. Take your phone. Your phone has been in the works, if it's an iPhone, for 12 years. Every single year, they release and improve the iPhone, and if they stopped and was like, oh no, it's okay, we're just gonna leave this for 100 years, you can keep the iPhone X, that's the model for the next 100 years, you can just leave it like that, there'd be riots. People would be saying Apple was stopping our process, they're stopping our future. Yet when it comes back to the education system, this is the case, and no one is saying anything. Another thing that hasn't changed is our reliance on numbers. We like numbers because they're easy to understand, manipulate, and track. They're easy to predict. They make the unknown known. Numbers are a good thing. They keep our bank safe, our phone locks. They help us in everyday life. How to catch a train, how to bake a cake. They're useful. But the problem I have with numbers is the way they're used to track students. Students are more than the grade you give them. They're more than the grade they give you. They're more than the work you give them, and they're more than the work they give back. Students are individuals. They have ideas and dreams and hopes and ambitions, things that numbers just can't catch. You've got to realize there's something wrong with the education system when students miss or skip school. They have anxiety because they're worried about the test. They're overstressed, and they skip school. They don't want to go. This proves that we need to do something. This is our futures, and we shouldn't be fearful of our futures. For example, my friend is a really, really good artist. It's the only thing she's passionate about. It's the only thing she really cares about. But the only subject she's ever failed in school has been art. This led her to believe, am I actually really good at art? Do I really want to be this in the future? Will I succeed? Thinking of this, and when she told me this, I started thinking about all the educational talks I've had in the past. And all of these talks seem to have used the same quote. The quote that Einstein said, everyone is a genius, but if you judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree, it'll spend its entire life thinking it's worthless. And analyzing it and researching it, I understand now why they use this. Because it can be taken in so many different ways. And one way you could say, oh yeah, the fish is just lazy. It could evolve to climb the tree. Or, oh no, it's okay. The fish just needs to be able to put the tree in its fish tank and then it can swim up the tree. But I believe what Einstein meant was that we are students of the fish, and the tree is our education system. It's always growing, it's always changing, but it's always going up. It's always making it harder for us. Sometimes the change is good. Sometimes it provokes us to do stuff. It encourages us. But most of the time, it just makes us feel bad. How are we going to climb this massive tree? We're just fish. I believe that what Einstein said links to Howard L. Gardner's work in his book, Frames of Mind, A Theory of Multiple Intelligences. In this book, he states there's 7 different types of intelligence, 3 of which are linguistics, bodily kinesthetic, and interpersonal, meaning understanding and analyzing language, doing things with your body, like cooking or art, and interpersonal, which is understanding your emotions and being able to change them and affect people around you. So why are we using the same test for the people with different emotions? Some people say that it's because people just need to get better at stuff, but we're just fish. We can't climb a tree. We can learn and improve all we want, but we're doing something we're not designed to do. You're forcing something that doesn't work, doesn't fit, and can't and won't fit. Together, we must stop valuing an assessment that doesn't work and is not fair. Together, we must start valuing the different types of intelligences, not placing one above the other. The amount of pressure put on students today is insane. How many times have you heard, oh, this looks good on a CV, or this is a very important test. It will decide your entire grade for the season. If you fail, you're going to fail your year. This puts so much pressure on students to succeed. We are kids. We should be having fun. We shouldn't be overstressed or getting anxiety because of school. We have to realize that something is wrong with the education system. The education system is not perfected. It is not done. We have to change and develop it, the same way that we would do with anything else that wasn't perfected. You wouldn't hand in an English essay on the first draft. No, you would go back and analyze and resource and go back, look at the book and change it and edit it until it's perfect. And that is what we need to do with the education system. We need to rethink it. So let's not squash people's genius by a requirement to conform to a test that doesn't work and can in no way measure the potential. Let's encourage bold thinking and the intelligences that these bring. Education hasn't changed in 100 years. Let's make it change now.